What seems easy until you try it? Painting. I'm good at drawing, suck at painting. Sucking at something is the first step to being kinda good at something. Most other people's jobs. Totally this. Ask just about anyone a few follow-up questions about what they do and it's just a rabbit hole of tiny nested decisions based on a ton of experience that most people never get. Why did the hostess seat you at table A instead of any of the other ones? Because table B's server just got a new table. Table C is next to two other tables that are about to empty and there is a large party waiting. Table D's server is with kids, which is the party right after you. And Table E's server is out back smoking. Transportation broker here. I just tell people I play with trucks and trains all day. Having a mature discussion on Reddit. Apology for bad English. Where were you when maturity die? I was at home eating Dorito when phone ring. Mature is kill. No. Am I having a stroke? This actually made me chuckle. Here, take my upvote, damn it. Ah dog. Music making seems real fucking easy at first. But then you have the most in-depth shit ever. Beginning producer here, yes. Wipe your butt with the other hand. I'm on the can right now. We'll report back later. Edit, that was insanely difficult. Wow, I had never even considered that could be difficult. But just trying to imagine it makes me suspect I'd fall off the damned toilet. Golf. Got back into it about 4 years ago after a 15-year break. Just like riding a bicycle into a fucking wall. It's a great game and I will always encourage people to pick it up, but with the caveat that they understand that 95% of golfers absolutely suck, so don't feel like you gotta prove anything and be Tiger out there. Golf is easy. Being good at golf is not. Most average golfers will hit the ball 90 to 110 times around. But it only takes one of those shots to look good to make us believe we are finally getting it, so we keep coming back. Using a pottery wheel. Holy shit, my mother's a potter, that shit's hard, yo. Writing. Specifically, writing a story or even a coherent essay of 5,000 words that people actually want to read, will understand, and will finish. Because nearly everybody can put down words on screen or paper. They think it's easy. Nearly everybody can churn something out. But is it readable? Nearly anyone can do it well enough if they learn, try, and practice. Sadly, most people don't think that any of that is necessary. I've been writing and made a living from writing for over a decade, and I've come to accept that my ceiling is just the floor to some people out there. Push-ups. Push-ups on your knuckles. A lot fucking harder than standard push-ups. Holy shit, there's a hard mode on push-ups. That's not even the hard mode. That's the warm-up. Hard mode is doing push-ups while holding gymnast rings. Not suspended, so you have to stay in balance and perfect control. Wider legs make it easier too. Try 1 foot on ground. If you're a masochist, try diamond push-ups. Diamond push-ups. Google's fuck that shit. Quilting. The hours spent will never justify any charge for a homemade quilt. If you were gifted one, please appreciate it. Climbing a fucking rope. It's all form, not brute strength. Archery. I've lost or broken so many arrows and I still have trouble hitting the target. Also screw wind. I'm always annoyed how people think archery is picking up a bow and missing a bit until you hit bullseye. No bitch. You ain't even gonna be able to shoot correctly on your first try. Snowboarding. Even as someone with good balance and athleticism, I can't tell you how many times I fell when I first attempted it. It's really quite incredible how much your body just doesn't get it at first. Intercourse. It's easy. I finish first every time. Living. Do you want to talk about something? Not particularly. I just meant you don't realize how complicated life can be when you're young. I'm 29 and I feel like I've achieved nothing with my life and still don't know how to change at ATM. Life is just hard and it'll probably never stop being hard. Hey friend, I know it might feel like you haven't achieved much, but you made it all the way here. to today. And that's something a lot of people can't do. You're doing a good job playing an instrument. People who can pick up an instrument and play it instantly amaze me. They can't. It's practice. Lots of practice. Some people have a good ear and others can naturally keep a beat. But nobody gets away without practice. Nobody wants to be called a natural, because that negates the effort you've put into the art. I've played drums for 18 years without serious practice and I still kind of suck at it. I just have fun. When I do get excited and practice enough for a piece to make it look and sound smooth and effortless, it's absolutely not unless you pour a lot of effort into it. Animation, mudding, drywall, sheetrock. I've done a fair amount of home reno work. If there's a lot of mudding to do, it's something I'll probably hire a pro to do. It's not necessarily that they can do a much better job than me, but that they can do it so much faster. We did it ourselves in the basement when we made a second living room down there. No prior experience, no skills. We should have hired someone. There are spots that look perfect but God knows how long they took. And there are spots that took even longer and still managed to look like shit. I mean, if you went down there you'd be like, hey, walls, nice. But if you sat down there staring at the walls you'd be like, look, it's messed up right here, and right to here, and right to here. Not like huge glaring errors. Just not perfect. Now I understand why people add texture to walls. Any home improvement project. Breaking an addiction. Programming. I got hooked because of the Hello World program, and now that I am CS major I find some topics extremely complicated. Parenting! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Name one person who called parenting easy. People who haven't had kids yet. Winking face. Trying. I hope you're doing okay, friend. Breaking up with someone. 2020. Coloring. I can draw but I am fucking suck at coloring stuff. Edit. Never mind, I just can't color and drawing at the same time. Same, sketching goes fine, but as soon as I get to color it, I ruin it. Working out. Lol. The exercises look so easy until you give it a try and start panting like a dog in no time. Landing a solid punch on a resisting opponent. Harder than it seems, folks. Oh boy, I once thought I'd be okay at boxing because I'd done another martial art before. How wrong I was. This reminds me, I should really go train the most effective defense strategy of all. Running. Yes, running away or even just leaving a situation is underrated. The best technique to use is simply leaving a dangerous situation. Also, a fair fight, outside competitions, is not a fight anyone wants to be in. There are no fair fights outside of competition. Keeping it together day in and day out. That getting over it with Bennett body game, still haven't beat it to this day. Doing a plank. A fucking plank. Fucking a plank seems harder. I hate it when I fuck a plank on accident. Sewing. It's terrible. I love sewing. Learned when I was kid. People are surprised to learn I can sew. Apparently guys aren't supposed to know how. The actual sewing isn't too bad. At last for me. The hard part is cutting and measuring everything and trying to decipher patterns. Chess. It is easy to learn but the strategies are so complex and I love it. Glass blowing. Using an axe to cut wood. Give a big swing and fuck the axe is stuck in the log. Marriage. Trimming your own bangs. Learning. Hard to find motivation. Writing. I have an English degree and technical writing is easy for me. But interesting. Engaging writing isn't. Part of the reason I answer a lot on Quora is to get practice. I also write 90% of the articles for my community newsletter. It's ridiculously hard to open up and be personal on the page. You guys don't need my life story every time. But you need to know there's a living being on this end and that's fucking hard. My goal is to one day write with more poetry and warmth than a chatbot. I'm the complete opposite. I love creative writing, but when it comes to technical things I only have two modes. Stale robot, and I seem like I'm not taking this seriously. Man, being an airborne specialist in the military. It's all fun and games until they start to throw you out of planes. At different angles and times of the day. On a manual parachute system, monsieur. Were you not expecting this? Though, jumping out of planes is sort of the whole airborne part of it. By manual, do you mean not static line? Any YouTube tutorial, especially about skilled trades or crafts. When you're watching a seasoned professional, of course it looks easy. Just plan on it taking 5 times as long, and come out twice as crappy when you do it. Feeding someone, attacking your master who clearly underestimates your power but has the high ground. Scratching records final. It looks like you just have to waggle the record. In reality, good sample selection and timing skills are a large part of it. You also have to have really strong control of the crossfader so that you can essentially mute the record while you reset the position. All extremely quickly. It takes a ton of coordination. Singing. As soon as you start, you realize you sound like a dying cat. I hate being tone deaf. Being a human person, I feel like a poorly disguised android around other people. It makes it hard to interact with anyone as my mere presence causes discomfort in the people around me. I wish I knew what I was doing wrong so I could fix it. Skiing. Worst time of my life. Paid like $200 to take a lift up the hill and attempt to ski 1/4 of the way down and then walk the rest of the way. People were so fucking rude about it too. I'm audibly hyperventilating and crying while walking down the very edge of the slope. We were approximately 5 from a steep drop-off at all times despite my feeling dizzy most of the time. People kept coming close to us and telling us to move out of the way. You've seen us the whole goddamn time. We're walking slow so I don't pass out or fall in or as close to the edge without me hurting myself if I pass out and fall and you have a whole ass mountain to our left. It felt like people were going out of their way to mock me. This one group went down twice in the time I was taking to walk down the side and were all, "Excuse me," when I am walking in a straight line to return my rentals. So not only did I spend my entire entertainment budget for the month doing this, but I got absolutely made fun of the whole time too. Acrylic nails, cleaning, water sports, and no, not peeing on each other. Wakeboarding and water skiing take forever to master. I stunk at them for months and I usually pick up things fast. Squatting down with one leg then standing up. Running. You can watch Olympic runners and think that looks easy, but they have hundreds if not thousands of hours training. Fighting. Doing any martial arts. Kickboxing. Jump roping. Going left right, one foot to the other. You talking about double dutch? I never could get that. Life. I hope you're doing okay, friend. I am 14 and this is deep. Universe. Sex. It's not like porn at all. Balancing on one foot, eyes closed and crossed arms behind your back. Asterisk warning. Asterisk I'm not responsible if you break things or injure yourself while trying this. Cutting hair. Trimming your own bangs. Skiing. Put on skis. Go downhill. Right. Learning how to ski is initially exhausting, painful, and expensive. Just getting boots on can take over an hour. It really feels incredible once you know what you're doing though. Been skiing since I was 3. I was about to break my head open at least 5 times. Thank God for that helmet my mom made me wear. Auto racing. You're sitting down and driving a car. How hard can it be? Went and got an amateur racing license. Yeah, not easy. Oval racing specifically. You always hear nothing but perdure left turn. In reality it's a game of trying to wrestle a car on the edge of spinning out while keeping your momentum up and trying not to wear out your tires. People fail to understand how difficult oval racing is. Dirt oval racing is extreme hard level. Rally racing is a whole other level. It's crazy to me that F1 drivers go faster slowing down on a turn than I've ever driven on a straight highway. Upholstery. Every time I take on something that involves cloth and padding and stuff, it goes upside down real fast. Made an ottoman that looked like a cancer patient with ribs sticking out with weird stretch-marked skin and scars. Installed an LCD monitor into a seatrest in a car and eventually just sold the car in shame to get it out of my life because it looked so bad. Tried to bring new life back to a chair using guides and the experience of previous projects. Ended up contributing the chair to the local dump. Don't even get me started on not one but 2 motorcycle seat attempts. I don't want to think about it anymore. Of course, might just be that I'm completely incompetent in the art of fabrics. That's possible too. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.